welcome back to Akshita's Recipes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Well, today's recipe is another Goan delight. It is actually an anytime snack or a tea time snack, and it's called ale bele, which are basically these light crepes or pancakes that are filled with this lovely jaggery and coconut filling. It's very simple to make, it gets ready in minutes, and the ingredients are very simple, ingredients that you always have in your kitchen or your pantry. My grandmother used to make this for me mostly on Pancake Tuesdays, but she used to also make it for me whenever the ingredients were available at home and whenever I was really very hungry and wanted something sweet. So I hope you like today's recipe, and if you do, then don't forget to give it a big like, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button that you see below this video, and share Akshita's recipes with family and friends. And of course, once you've subscribed, don't forget to click the bell so that way you'll get messages whenever I put up a new recipe on my channel. I have a whole playlist dedicated to Goan recipes. There's loads and loads of Goan recipes, Christmas recipes, Easter recipes, and just general Goan curries and fish fries and everything. So you can just go to my homepage, go to the playlist section and just search for the Goan playlist. You'll have loads of recipes there, and I'm going to be coming up with many, many more too. So friends, let's get started with this amazing ale bele. So we're going to start by making this lovely jaggery and coconut filling. The ingredients for this are 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of jaggery, you can use sugar instead, 1.5 cup of fresh coconut grated, half a teaspoon of elaichi or cardamom powder. I have a recipe for this cardamom powder. I'll leave it in the description box below. So we're going to heat a pan and add 2 tablespoons of water. To that we're going to add our jaggery or our gur, and we're going to mix all of this very, very well together till the jaggery completely dissolves in the water. You can do the same with the sugar if you're opting to use sugar. So once everything gets nice and mixed and dissolved, we get a kind of a caramel liquid. You're going to do this on a low to medium flame, not on a very high flame. And once you come to this consistency, you're going to add 1.5 cup of fresh coconut which has been grated. And now you're going to mix all of this very well together because we want the lovely jaggery liquid to coat the coconut very well and fry it a bit. Now I'm going to add this homemade elaichi powder or cardamom powder. Like I said before, there is a recipe for this. I will leave a link below on how to make your homemade cardamom powder. And to elevate the taste of this dish, I'm going to add a few teaspoons of this clarified butter or homemade ghee. And we're going to fry all of this very well together till it gets a lovely golden brown color. This filling, you can eat it by itself. It's so very, very delicious. So you're going to fry this for some time, for at least about a minute or two on a low to medium flame till you get that lovely caramelized golden brown color. And then once that's done, you're just going to keep it aside in a bowl to come to room temperature. And now it's time to make these beautiful crepes or pancakes, which are really light and really, really delicious. So for this, we require very few ingredients which we have regularly in our kitchen pantry. Now here is 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour maida. You can use whole wheat flour too. Half a teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 cup of regular sugar. You can also use icing sugar or ground sugar. This is half a cup of milk. Now your milk has to either be cold or it has to be at room temperature. Don't use very hot milk. 1/4 cup of water. Same goes with the water. It should be either cold or at room temperature. The reason being we're going to be using an egg also in this recipe. So 1 egg and 1/3 cup of melted butter. and of course a little pinch of salt. So let's begin making this amazing crepes or pancakes. So I take the flour in a bowl. First, we're going to mix all the dry ingredients. So to this, I'm going to be adding my baking powder, my salt to taste. I think I'm going with 1/4 teaspoon. The sugar. And we're going to mix all these dry ingredients well together. Give them a nice, thorough mix. Now for the wet ingredients, I'm going to first beat the egg in a separate bowl. Now we're going to add the milk as well as the butter and give it a nice whisk. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients to this wet mixture. And we're going to give everything a good mix. Now we're going to add a little water at a time because we want a little runny kind of a consistency. So just add a little at a time till you get a nice smooth consistency for these crepes. We don't want a very thick dosa kind of consistency, a little lighter than a dosa. So it should be this very runny and smooth texture. So now we're going to heat a pan. I'm using a cast iron pan. You can use a regular pan or a non-stick pan, just a wide one. Now I'm going to brush it with a little bit of clarified butter, just a little bit of it. Just coat the pan evenly. Your pan has to be nice and hot. Again on a low to medium flame. And now I'm just going to be pouring about 2.5 ladles of this mixture at the center of the pan. And you'll see that it immediately starts to bubble. And now holding the handle, you're just going to swirl the pan around till the liquid nicely spreads out evenly, because we want a very thin kind of crepe. So just ensure that, you keep doing that till all of the liquid spreads out. And then you'll find these little holes or bubbles at the surface of the crepe. And once the edges start becoming golden brown, you just flip it over and just fry it for about half a minute on the other side. And once done, just take it out and keep it in a plate. So with the amount of ingredients I'm using, I get exactly 4 of these alle belle or stuffed pancakes. And now is the fun part, which is the assembling of this lovely alle belle. Now, you take a plate and you place this crepe or pancake on the plate. You take a little bit of the filling, place it in the center, and just with your fingers, just even it out into a kind of a sausage or something like in the middle. And this is the way you're going to fold it. So you fold it and then you seal up the edges and tightly roll up the crepe. And there your pancake is ready. Now, you can, if you want a little paler look to it, you can put the brown side on the inside and then put the filling on that side. If you want it even more tastier, you can just drizzle a little bit of melted clarified butter. And this is how you fold it and tightly roll it in. It's very elastic, so it will not tear. And in this way, you make your lovely stuffed Goan pancakes. Now do watch the video till the end because I am going to be showing you a particular Goan tradition that we follow in the month of August. So this is how I made all the 4 crepes. This is even a great tiffin item to give your kids. It's so healthy and so delicious. You can always substitute the maida or the all-purpose flour with whole wheat flour and make it even more healthier. So do let me know if you all add anything more to the filling to make it even more delicious. And there, friends, your lovely alle belle or stuffed Goan pancakes are ready. They go best with a nice hot cup of tea. So do try out this recipe and do let me know how you like it. It's one of my favorite tea time recipes. So let's make this arivatsa kheer. So these are the olive or the halim seeds that are very easily available in general stores and they're very economic to buy too. So now to a bowl, I'm just going to take 4 tablespoons. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And I'm going to mix this well and we're going to set it aside for 2 hours. After 2 hours, you will see that the seeds have absorbed all the water. And they have actually, doubled or tripled in size, and there is no water left in this in the olive. Now we will need some other few ingredients. So this is 3/4 of a cup of gur or jaggery, 2 tablespoons of kharik powder, which is dry date powder. Now this is easily available in stores. Then I have 1 teaspoon of fine freshly grated nutmeg or zaifal, 2 tablespoons of melted ghee or clarified butter, and 3/4 of a glass of warm milk. But this will be used at the time of serving, and a few chopped nuts for garnish. Now in a pot, I'm going to add the hot melted ghee. And then I'm going to, once the ghee is nice and hot, I'm going to add my jaggery or gur or gur, and we're going to stir till all of it melts. Now for the dry date powder, you get something called kharik in any general store. Just take it and grate it, or you can just buy the powder, which is also available. Now I'm going to add this ariv or halim, which has nicely soaked up all the water, and we're going to mix everything very well together. Now we're going to add this kharik powder. We're going to mix well. And we're going to cook this for 1 minute on a low flame till it starts to bubble. Then we're going to turn off the heat. And we're going to add this nutmeg or zaifal powder and mix it in after you have turned off the heat. Mix it in well. Now our main mixture is ready. So when you're ready to serve this, just warm this up a little bit if you're not serving it immediately. Transfer the warm ariv mixture to a bowl. This has to be had nice and hot. Then only you really get the actual flavor of this kheer. So when you're going to serve it, at that time just warm up this mixture and then transfer it to a serving bowl. And then you're going to pour some warm milk over it and mix it all together.
And that's how you get this beautiful alivatsa kheer. This is really delicious and very healthy too. I hope you give this recipe a try, guys. So let's make this dudhi halwa or bottle goat. Now the first thing is we're going to wash it well, dry it, and then we're going to cut off the ends. Now I'm going to cut it into half and I'm going to peel the dudhi or the bottle goat. Then we're going to grate it. And only grate it on the outside. Don't grate the middle white part of this dudhi or bottle goat. And also taste it and see that it is not bitter. If it is bitter, please discard it. Don't eat it. So this is the grated dudhi. Now let me show you the other ingredients. So this comes to about 2 cups of grated dudhi. It will reduce in size once we cook it. Now in a pan, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter. You have to make this in ghee. You cannot use oil. I'm going to add this grated dudhi. It has very few ingredients and it's really a very healthy alternative to eating the dudhi with the sugar in it. This doesn't have any sugar. So now you're going to fry the dudhi in this for 1 minute till all of the dudhi gets nicely fried in this ghee. This is also a very important step to make a halwa. Now I'm going to add 1.5 cup of milk. So I'm not adding any store-bought meva or khoya. It's a very simple recipe made with ingredients we have at home. So mix this really well together. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of grated jaggery or gur or gur. And we're going to mix everything really well together. And I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of elaichi or cardamom powder to bring out the flavor. So now all you have to do is just mix this till it becomes nice and thick and everything comes together. And your lovely dudhi halwa is all ready to enjoy. So friends, let's make these alivatse ladus or halim seed ladus. Now here I've taken 100 grams of this olive or halim. It's easily available in stores and it's pretty reasonable too. So now what I did is I just broke a coconut, a regular coconut, and this is the coconut water. So I was going to grate the coconut. So this is just the coconut water from that coconut. It's not fresh coconut water or tender coconut water. It's regular coconut water. So you're going to mix this well with this olive or the halim. And then you're going to cover and set it aside for 2 hours till this olive seeds absorb all of the coconut water. And after 2 hours, you will see that it has really thickened up, because it has absorbed all of the coconut water. So it's become nice and thick like this. Now I've also grated about 1 teaspoon of nutmeg or zaifal powder. Now I've taken a pan, but I've not put the heat on yet. I'm just going to add some freshly grated coconut, and I'm going to add this soaked olive. So we haven't turned the flame on the gas top yet. We're first going to mix these two along with some grated jaggery or gur. And now you're going to turn the flame on a very low to medium, and you are going to mix this till all of these 3 ingredients really come together very well, and all of the jaggery or jaggery melts completely. So keep mixing this on a low to medium heat, don't leave it unattended. Now if you can't get your hands on fresh coconut, you can use desiccated coconut and store-bought coconut water. If you really can't get fresh coconuts or fresh grated coconut, the other alternative is to use desiccated coconut and store-bought coconut water. But otherwise there's nothing like freshly grated coconut and fresh coconut water. So now keep mixing it till all of the jaggery has melted, and now we're just going to add half a cup of chopped nuts. So I'm just using almonds and cashew nuts. You can use whatever you like, and mix everything really well together. This took me about 12 minutes for everything to come together. And then you will see that the olive has turned into this very glossy kind of consistency. The aroma is really amazing. And now our mixture is ready. You can just turn off the heat and now add the nutmeg powder. You always add nutmeg powder after you turn off the heat, not while the mixture is still cooking. Although the mixture is still warm, but you always add it at the end. And now just mix everything together and let it become warm. Don't try to make the laddus when it is piping hot. Let it be a little bit warm so that you can handle it. And you can apply a little bit of clarified butter or ghee to the palm of your hands, and then just form them up into these round balls or laddus. They're so tasty and so delicious and very healthy too. So I hope you try out this recipe. This lovely Goan Godshare recipe. Now here I've taken 1 cup of rice. I'm going to add this to a bowl, and I'm going to wash the rice thrice under running water really well. So squeeze the rice out in the water. First you'll get a very murky water, and with every wash the water gets clearer. So wash the rice thrice. Now once we're done with the rice, I'm going to do the same thing with half a cup of chana dal. Just add that to the bowl, wash it thrice. And now I'm going to soak the rice as well as the chana dal. The rice I'm going to soak in 3 cups of water and the chana dal in 2 cups of water for about 8 hours. This is very important. You can even soak it overnight, but 8 hours should be sufficient. Now after 8 hours, you're going to drain out all the water from the dal and the rice, and you're going to add this to a pressure pan. Now I'm going to add about 4 cups of water to the pressure pan, and we're going to pressure cook this for 1 whistle on high and then simmer it or cook it on a very low flame for 10 minutes, and then put off the gas and let the cooker cool completely. Now after the pressure cooker cools down, you can open it and you can see that the dal and the rice is nicely cooked. So now I can show you all the other ingredients. There are very few other ingredients required for this godshe. Now here I have 1 cup of coconut milk, 1 cup of jaggery, you can use the Goa jaggery, 1 teaspoon of cardamom, and these are 2 turmeric leaves, which is optional, and just a pinch of salt. Now I'm going to cook this in my pressure pan because it is a heavy bottom pan. Now I haven't turned the flame on of the gas yet, but I'm going to mash the dal and the rice a bit, and I'm going to add the coconut milk and again mash it up just a little. Not completely, it shouldn't become into like a porridge, but just a little bit mash up the rice and the dal. Now we haven't turned on the gas or the flame or the heat yet. So mash up everything a little bit, and now we're going to turn on the heat. Now we're going to add the other ingredients, that is the jaggery. Next I'm going to add the elaichi powder or the cardamom powder. I've just used 1 teaspoon, or you can use 4 cloves, and a pinch of salt. Now I'm going to keep my flame from low to medium, and I'm going to mix all the ingredients really well together. Now this godshe is a delicious anytime snack, goes well with a cup of tea or even a sweet after a meal. Now after cooking this for about 5 minutes, stirring in between, you will see that the jaggery has all melted and you get a lovely dark color. Now if you're using Goa jaggery, you'll get a beautiful dark brown color. Now I'm going to add the turmeric leaves, which is completely optional, but I have a small little plant in my kitchen window with my turmeric leaves, so I'm adding it for that lovely flavor. And after cooking this for another 5 minutes on a low to medium flame, it starts to thicken. So keep stirring in between and you will see that it thickens up really quickly and it will start leaving the sides of the pan. Now in the meantime, I'm just going to grease a tray, or you can even use the back of a steel plate, a large steel plate. So I'm just greasing this pan that I have, and now you can see that everything has come together and it has really thickened. So this took me a total of 20 minutes. Now I'm going to transfer this to my greased tray, which is actually a pie tray with a removable base, but you can use any steel thali or even a cake pan. And now I'm going to just even it out or flatten the top. So I'm just using the back of a vati. You can even use a small heavy glass just to press it down. And now we're going to let it completely cool for 2 hours. I have refrigerated it for 2 hours. And after 2 hours, you will see that the whole thing comes together very well. And now we're just going to demold it. And they're going to cut it up into whatever desired shape. You can cut it up into triangles, into squares. But I like this lovely triangular kind of a pie shape. And you can see that everything has really come together really well. So I hope you'll give this recipe a try and let me know in the comments section how you like it. I will catch you in my next video. This is Akshata signing off. Bye. Today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up
Also by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshita's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshita saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.